Okay, now that we have talked about all of the many, many things that your website needs to do, how are you actually going to make it? I know that some of you probably have incredible skills, and for those people, all I'm going to say is let's make sure that your website has all of those things that we talked about. For those of you who are terrified, can you hire somebody? Absolutely, but please keep listening. Let's talk about some of the easy to use services. So you may have heard of Squarespace. That is a place that you can pay, and they have a very easy make your own website thing. It's as easy as, kind of basically writing an email or any of those other things that you use. There's places called Wix. There's a music specific website called Bandzoogle that will help you build a band website. The thing that I've been using is WordPress plus a service called Bluehost, which is a little more techy if you're a tech person. And I'm not necessarily sure I would recommend it anymore. If you want to go really simple, Tumblr is great. I usually use Tumblr when I am creating a new website for something pretty simple, like if I'm setting up a new show in town. All of these things work really well. And I think just figure out what works for your comfort level. But what I would start with, regardless of which of these services you are going to use, most of these have a free trial, by the way, so just figure out which one you are most comfortable with, is to start by drawing a picture on paper. Take out a notebook and go through, I'm going to attach to this module a list of all of those different things that your website needs to do, all of the different content, all the different audiences your website needs to serve, and I want you to literally think about those and draw a picture of your website. You're going to get distracted once you get in and have all the little buttons. So draw a picture. I have a few examples here. So this is a picture of what a website might look like. It has a little button for like listen, buy, mailing list, bio. Like what are all of the different things that your website needs to have? That's a musician. This is an artist, like if you have like shop, bio, gallery, contact, some information, 3 different pictures, like take some time and actually draw what, like this is like the above the fold section, that's like a newspaper terminology, should have a link or the actual content of absolutely everything we just talked about. Absolutely everything we talked about in that last video should be right at the top of your page. So absolutely every audience can get to your website and immediately see what they're looking for. So make sure all of that is right at the top. And do it on a piece of paper before you even start looking at technology, before you hire a person to make a website for you. Draw a picture. Getting a website that works, it's functional, it doesn't have to be the most beautiful thing in the world, but being accessible to your audience is more important than being beautiful or the most shiny thing, right? We're not here to be the most fantastically shiny, spiffy movie stars in the world. We're here to be homegrown artists, and our audience loves us for it. Second step, get visual. We talked about the service called Canva. If you're good at Photoshop, do that too. Make some pretty graphics with and use those to your best advantage. Take inspiration from other websites that you really like. I have some examples I'm going to show you. Don't be afraid to steal some ideas. Use the checklist that I'm going to send you, and yeah, be functional. Don't worry too much about being the most gorgeous thing in the world. But you are gorgeous. All right, yeah, let's get into our examples. I'm going to start with my own website. So like I said, this website was built using WordPress on a service called Bluehost. You'll see a few things right here at the top of the fold. We've got the top bar here has the latest news, which is this week we have live streams, we have a live Kickstarter, and we have videos on YouTube. So that's like the stuff that's the latest news. We also have my mailing list is the big thing that I want people to join. Right here is kind of our landing page news. So it's a little bit of bio, which is what I want people to know. We write songs that We are a pair of siblings who write songs that are snarky, geeky, and sweet. If you're new to us, so that's for new people, we suggest you start with our first album or watch some YouTube videos. Links to our social media here. You can find us or on Twitter, Facebook, or on tour. And then we have a little bit of testimonials there because we want people to know that we're legit. And then at the top of the page here, we have links to listen to our music, which will take you right to a page where people can find us on all of the platforms because we want people to be able to find us wherever they listen to music. And then if you scroll down, you can find information about all of the different things that we've released. So that's good information for any fan that has joined recently or lost track of us. We have a link to our upcoming shows, which is really important a lot of the time, but not right now because nobody is touring at the moment. And then we have a link to our store, so if anybody wants to buy merch, that's right there. We have a link to our blog, which is not something we use a lot, but is a good place to find our latest news. We use this as a place to, like, if we do have news, we tend to write it here so that we can link here from social media. And that when people are looking at news, then they are already on the page where they can find out more things. And then the most important section here is our About and Contact. So that's where people are going to be able to find our bio, which can be used by bookers if they need to use this information to promote a show. There's a big picture of us that people can use if they're making posters to promote a show. There's our tech writer. Contact information, press kit. This is all kind of more for professional contacts, but also if people are finding out about us, they can read all about our history. Hooray! Then we also have a contact page and FAQ. By the way, this nested menu, which is what this is called, where you have to scroll down, is not ideal. This is not good. It should just be side by side. Then this is contact and FAQ. So not only does this have our email address right here, it also has the questions that people ask us all the time. And this is actually, people look at this a lot. Will you be on my podcast? Can I play your songs on my Twitch stream? Very frequent question. And yeah, people look at this a lot. Hooray! So that's the band website. And we do get compliments on this. So I know it's not gorgeous, but it does do a good job. To show you another band website that is much prettier, this is Danielle Ate the Sandwich. She uses Squarespace, I'm pretty sure. And so her main landing page here is her news. So you can see these little circles are all pieces of news. And then you can go to look at her music. So this has links to everywhere you can listen to her music, her shows. Again, everything is canceled or postponed. All of her videos, her store. You can get all the stuff, her bio, which is really good. You can download these photos of her, and then there's press links and her contact information. So this is another great website. It's got all of the things for all of the audiences. Awesome, awesome stuff. This is an author, Martha Wells, who is great. Very different approach, but does have all of the same information. So, and Danielle's did have her mailing list. Sorry, I didn't show you that. But right on her main site here, if you went to like her news or anything, you would see, where was it? It was everywhere. Yeah, email newsletter, join the fail mail, which email address, and it would bring you right there, which is great. Hooray! And her social media links, everything's right there. Awesome stuff. It could be more prominent. I would tell you to make it more prominent. Okay, so this is Martha Wells, who is an author. So she has her news right here, which is very good. She also has her mailing list. Add your name to the mailing list. Very prominent. Awesome stuff. Then she has links to all of the different stuff that she writes, which is great. You can go to her About the Author page, which is a bio, which is great if you are looking to find out more about her. And then again, it's going to push you right to her mailing list, which is awesome. And then all of her contact information, where to find her, complete bibliography. And then you can get to her actual blog on here. Yeah, right there. And her Patreon as well. So it's also very functional, more functional than modern, but a very good website where if you're looking for something, it's right here somewhere. Now we're going to go to a visual website. So this is a webcomic artist. And I wanted to bring you here because this has, in addition to being kind of a different pace where this is like literally a website for content, it has the thing that I was talking about before, which is really good for new people. So if you were coming to this website, if somebody was like, check out the latest edition of my new comic, you would come here and be like, I don't know what's happening. But it has a couple buttons that are very helpful if you're a new reader. First of all, it has the first button right here. So you can go to first, and read the first issue of this comic, which is great. It also has cast. So if you wanted to find out about each of the different characters in this comic, that's very helpful. If you're like, I don't know what's happening, it gives you an about some of the different characters or the resources, and about us, which is great. Just a lot of abouts on this website, so you can just dig into finding out more. Extras, contact, archives, also helpful. So another website where you can dig into and get all of the information you might need while simultaneously consuming great content. So yes. I actually wanted to bring you to one more website while we're looking at great website examples, which is this one, Jonathan Colton's website. So you'll notice right when you get to this website, Jonathan Colton was a client of mine and a great person. Right when you get to his website, he has a pop-up that says, join my mailing list. Jonathan Colton started his music by started his big break in his career was releasing a song every week. And since then hasn't done as much frequent releasing, but has this big mailing list because this is what you get when you go to his website. If you're like, I wonder what Jonathan Colton is up to, you're going to get this pop-up. And when we did his Kickstarter, his mailing list was the main way that he got his money, and it was a lot of money. And I gotta say, it renewed the interest and the faith that I already had in both websites and mailing lists. So trust me, it's the best. You can actually see right here, some guys is charting. Yeah, the Kickstarter raised over $150,000. And it was #1 on the Billboard Hit Feet Seekers chart, and that is in absolutely no small part thanks to his website having a really, really, really great mailing list bug. But look at this great website. It's got news, shows, bio, FAQ, digital store, physical store, like everything you could want. And then his story is right here. In 2005, I left my day job writing software to pursue music full time. This man's got a beautiful website. So take inspiration from this. It's also not it's beautiful, but it's very simple. So you could draw something like this and make it happen in Squarespace or even on Tumblr. Let me show you one more. This is a Tumblr website that I made. So this is also not very complicated. Look at these creepy eyes. But you can make a website on Tumblr where you can have different pages. So this isn't about your posts, and this is just posts, right? And it's very simple, but by having, 3, 4, 5 pages at the top, you could have all the content you need. And Tumblr is free. You can have a custom domain. And let's see, one of my clients, Lucia Fasano, has her website on Tumblr. And you get, all of the stuff you need right here on Tumblr, which is pretty easy to use. So give it a shot, and by give it a shot, I mean you are required to make a website, and that will make it so easy for you to be able to tell people when they're like, so what's the latest with you? You can just say, myname.com, go find it. That's going to have all my information. It has not only my news, but also my store, and also my mailing list, and also everything. And you will be able to tell them that that's where your one-stop shop for your incredible art is. So give it a shot, my loves. It's mailing list and website time.